The 2003 World Rally Championship was one of the most thrilling in recent memory, with 7 manufacturers competing for supremacy. A tight battle for the championship kept the fans on the edge of their seats as the top drivers battle it out across challenging terrains. It is certainly a year not to be forgotten by rally fans. Rally racing has always been about pushing the limits, not just of cars, but of rules. And no car embodies that rebellious spirit quite like the 2003 Ford Focus RS WRC. Ford's engineers came up with a truly ingenious, if short-lived solution to one of rallying's most significant challenges, the turbo restrictor plate. This is the story of how Ford found a way to momentarily sidestep physics and regulations with a hidden titanium tank and a bit of clever engineering. To understand Ford's ingenuity, you first need to understand the problem. Back in 2003, the World Rally Championship required all cars to run a 34mm restrictor plate on their turbocharged engines. This little plate acted as a bottleneck, limiting the amount of air and, therefore, power that the engine could generate. For rally teams chasing every last ounce of performance, this was like trying to run a marathon while breathing through a straw. But M Sport Ford had a brilliant idea. If the restrictor plate limited airflow in real time, why not store that air somewhere for later use? Enter the Ford Focus RS WRC's secret weapon, a titanium surge tank. This wasn't just any tank. It was a 45-liter pneumatic tank made from 2mm thick titanium, and it lived at the back of the car, hidden behind a rather hefty rear bumper. Here's how it worked. During low throttle or off-throttle driving, excess boost from the turbocharger was funneled into the tank via a 30mm titanium pipe with an electronic butterfly valve. Essentially, the turbo's hard work wasn't being wasted during these moments. Instead, the stored air was kept on standby, pressurized and ready for action. When the driver mashed the throttle to the floor, that same butterfly valve opened, releasing the stored air directly into the intake manifold, downstream of the restrictor plate. Since the air had already passed through the restrictor on its way into the tank, the system technically complied with the rules. That's right, it was legal. Well, sort of. At least by the letter of the law, if not the spirit. In theory, this clever workaround should have given the Focus a temporary power boost on straightaways, where every extra horsepower counts. It was an elegant solution to a frustrating problem, one that leveraged the restrictor's limitations against itself. But there's a reason this system only lasted for 3 rally events. Despite its promise, the surge tank wasn't the game-changer Ford had hoped for. The performance gains were modest at best, and the added complexity of the system likely contributed to its downfall.
New Zealand saw the debut of the much-awaited and much-talked-about brand-new Ford Focus. And Marco Martin set about showing everyone that there was a brand-new challenger for the title. He set 3 fastest stage times and was chasing victory when disaster struck. The The engine ground to a halt, a disappointing end, but there's no doubt there's a new force to be reckoned with. The rally had a new leader, Marco Martin. Once again, this brand new Ford Focus was very fast and very impressive. If he just made it through the day, he'd be on for his first ever WRC victory. Once again, the Focus hit trouble.
People want for me, the engine is broken.
They want us to continue or stop.
For the second rally in a row, Martin retired with engine failure.
And then there's the FIA. Rally's governing body wasn't exactly thrilled about Ford's creative interpretation of the rules. After just 3 events, the surge tank was banned, putting an end to one of the most fascinating pieces of rally tech we've ever seen. Still, you have to admire the ingenuity. Ford's engineers knew the rules were a challenge, and instead of playing it safe, they pushed boundaries. It's the kind of thinking that makes motorsport so thrilling to watch, and so frustrating to regulate. So, while the 2003 Ford Focus RS WRC surge tank system may not have been the ace in the hole Ford was hoping for, it remains a testament to what happens when brilliant minds tackle tough problems. It was bold, it was clever, and it was, in a word, brilliant. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rally history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what bit of motorsport ingenuity you'd like us to cover next. See you next time. Also, be sure to follow the Instagram as we are almost at 50,000 followers. Thank you.